Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Looking forward to this shave. I was actually off today, I'm supposed to be off for 4, but I picked up an overtime shift. So I'm going to be shaving today with Forbes Essential Oil of Lime, or Lime Essential Oil as it says on the tub. Now, just to pick off on my sort of OCD and things that piss me off in this hobby of new age stuff, it should all be straight. The label's a freaking mile off. The more I look at it, the more it annoys me. I actually contemplated trying to peel it off and put it back on again, but you know what's going to happen. It's going to tear and rip, and then I'm going to be lying in a corner crying somewhere. So 6.8 fluid ounces of soap, or cream should I say, which is a shit ton of cream. It does come with a sort of vacuum sealed top here, but as Paul, I think it was Paul H mentioned, or was it? No, it might have been CDB mentioned, even though it's air sealed, over time it does get firmer, but it's still a really nice cream. Just opened out the scent. It's just pure beautiful lime scent. I can't describe it any more than that. I will be pairing it up at the end with some Maol Grooming Frankenlime once again, and then the balm afterwards. But what I'm going to do with this one is just rub it on my face and get stuck into the lather. So a little bit of water. I'm going to take a good scoop out of my finger. What I find with this stuff, if you just sort of mash it a little bit just with one finger, it does go, as you can see there, it does get nice and soft, so you can scrape some out, and that's way too much, but I don't really care. Yes, far too much, but let's spend the next 45 minutes creating a lather. Now, I was actually going to use Katie's Bubbles. Even tastes like nice lime. Katie's Bubbles strawberry one, can't remember what it's called now, strawberries and cream scent. It's the sort of charity soap. But I just seen this and I fancied a bit of lime. It's a little bit warmer today, the sun's come out a little bit, not much. And I'm going to be using this brush today, which is my Turn and Shave Custom. Now at this stage it's a one of a kind. There is no other brush that Milton makes with this type of glitter. Now if I put this light on, I can see it in person, but you don't see it until I actually put it under, so you can see that beautiful purple now. So it actually changes colour like a chameleon. So it's called chameleon glitter. It's quite expensive. In my opinion, it's worth it. It just adds a little bit of something different to the brush itself. It looks like blue, and then when you see it from a different angle, it's purple. And it'd be nice sort of glitter to put through different sort of resins, I would think. Right, just added some water into the brush. Let's start painting the water on. And what will happen is it will start taking some of that cream off my face into the brush. And we'll get a nice lather. Now this is going to be a beast of a lather, I think, because I've put a lot of cream on. But unfortunately, it's going to take me a while to get there. This is really pasty. Now the knot that's in this brush is a 26mm boss knot, or game changer knot, whatever you want to call it. Whatever the knot is that you received when you first got them, but apparently they're the same knot. I think personally they're a little bit different. I think the boss knots are a little bit better shaped, like this one. They look a little bit more bulb-like. The game changer knot for me moves around a little bit. Doesn't hold its shape as well. Very soft tips, but there's loads of scrub in this knot. Jesus, yeah, put far too much cream on. Let's get some water in here. I really dipped the brush in deep that time. Beautiful. Let's start splaying. Now the other reason why I picked up some Castle Forbes cream, where the hell did that go? Who knows? Was just to sort of give me a comparison soon after using the new West Coast shaving jojoba oil cream made by Katie's Bubbles. Now price wise, there is no real comparison. Katie's Bubbles is a lot cheaper. Castle Forbes is expensive, however you do get 6.8 ounces, so when you take it into account, it's not a whole heap less than double the amount of Katie's Bubbles. 1.2 ounces less than what you get from a Katie's Bubbles tub. 2 Katie's Bubbles tubs, sorry. As you can see, it is lathered up lovely. Absolutely superb. So it does pay sometimes just to put that little bit extra on. It was part of the problem with the first use of the West Coast shaving jojoba oil shave cream, was that I didn't put enough on my face, I don't think, and then I oversaturated it instantly. But as you can see, that lather's superb. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor, I was thinking of pulling out the Yaki razors, but I keep picking this razor up and I just can't put it away. It drives me nuts, this razor, I love it. And I've got a Persona Med Prep blade on there, second use. So it's been used once, let's just see what it feels like on the second use inside this lovely razor. So same as yesterday, this is a completely non-prep shave. I've just literally came in from work, sorted all my uniform out for going to work tonight. Got a two little weepers here. I don't think I nicked myself in here. I think I just took the trip off a hair follicle. I've got one down here as well. Doesn't feel rough. Feels very smooth. Sort of makes a mockery of what it says in the front of the Castle Forbes line, which is for skin prone to nicks and cuts. Maybe what it should say is makes your skin prone to nicks and cuts. microphone. I'm just going to rinse out the sink. What I am noticing with this is it's leaving quite a lot of residue on my sink. I'm just going to check the razor as well and just see whether it's doing it with the razor. It is, however, got exceptional residual slickness. That's super slick. I'm in two minds actually whether to grab out this styptic pencil. I think I will. Where is it? There she blows. Right, just clip my fingers again. That styptic's incredible how it takes the slickness out of the residual slickness. And it tastes garbage. Right, here we go across the grain. Crazily enough, this is the Persona Med Prep, which is a very sharp blade for me. But it doesn't feel as sharp as a Derby Extra in this razor. But still, I'm getting a great shave here. It's got a bloody little, is that same weeper from earlier? It's a new one. Get to buggery. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to let that sit for a second and then just rinse it off. Slickness is totally gone in that area. It's amazing stuff, the styptic, how it does that. Right, I'm just going to wet my face again. Just going to take the tips. this is actually dissipating on me by the looks of things. It could be the fact that I put the styptic pencil and rubbed it all over my face. It doesn't look like a crappy lather. It's really dense, it's not airy. It feels dense on the skin as well, but it's definitely dissipating on me. Right, still a great lather, but yeah, it's definitely dissipating. Still a great shave, really is. I can definitely feel though where that styptic pencil has really sucked the life out of the lather. This is just, there's no slickness here, you can see my skin jittering. There. On here, it's just like, I can't even grip my skin on this side. It's just gliding and then jittering. So it gives you an idea of what it actually does to your lather. So although the styptic pencils and the alum blocks are amazing and they do a great job, you've got to be careful when you're actually lathering with it as well, because it does suck the life out of your lather. Beautiful. So all in all, once again, it's another lovely shave. But it has highlighted the fact that even though Forbes make amazing creams, for me personally, just using it the way I did there, I put a lot of soap, a lot of cream on my face there, I really hydrated it. It's still not, it's not as good as that Katie's Bubbles cream that I used. The jojoba oil, the stuff that he's making for West Coast shaving. It's still nice stuff, but it's not, you know, it's a lot of money to spend for a cream that's not as good as those. And the other thing is, even though it's 6.8 ounces, it means you're stuck with 6.8 ounces of the same scent. At least with 4 ounces of cream, if you're using it and you get through it quickly, you can go into another scent. Unless you just love the scent, which I do really, really enjoy this scent. I love citrus scents, especially lime. Right, that's the brush cleaned out. I'm just going to pop on a little bit of it's not giving me the best of shaves, that blade either. Now it could be the fact that the soap wasn't very protective, the cream, or it's just the blade, but I've got a few little weepers here and there. It's, compared to using a Derby Extra, which really gives you an idea how good the Derby Extra is in this. So 1, 2, 3 splashes of the Maol Grooming Franken Lime Aftershave Frosted. Oh, what a scent. What a product, really. It's not even just the scent, the whole product itself is just incredible. And I'm now just going to finish off just with a slight touch, just a tiny touch of the Castle Forbes Essential Oil Lime. That is far too much, so I'm actually going to remove some of that. Don't need all of that. Now this is technically doubling up. Oh, it just blends in with that Maol Grooming just beautifully. So I've still got that stunning menthol kick from the Maol Grooming. I've just got citrus, just that citrus scent, just with that little bit extra lime moisturiser there, really just gives it that little bit of kick. But yeah, I've certainly got a few little red spots, definitely. But I know for a fact that Maol Grooming will pretty much eradicate that over the next 15-20 minutes. However it works incredibly well for removing redness and stuff. So the cream for today, it was Castle Forbes Lime Essential Oil. It's really good. I can't shoot it down. It is made in Scotland. It's a cracking quality cream. I do love the colouring, the labels, the tubs, the size of it. It lathers up really easily. It's not a thick, dense, creamy lather like you get, or like I got from the Katie's Bubbles jojoba oil cream. But it's really, really nice stuff. And the scent's great as well. The brush was the Turn and Shave Custom with the chameleon glitter. And it's just a beautiful little brush, 26mm Boss Knob. The Karve Christopher Bradley razor with the Persona Med Prep blade in there. It was okay. It was smooth. It felt smooth and comfortable, but obviously, as I can see now, there's a few little weepers here and there. There was a couple here, there was one here, there's a couple of bits down here. I'm not saying it was definitely the blade, it could have been just that the cream didn't perform well either, but the cream felt protective and slick, so I really don't know. I think it's the blade. But it felt good, just obviously didn't deal with my skin very well this time around, it's just surprising. Then I finished it off with Maol Grooming Franken Lime Aftershave and just a tiny spot of Castle Forbes Essential Oil of Lime. And that's me done and dusted, heading off to work in a few hours. So you guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive, and I'll catch you guys in the next shave. Cheers.